Okay. Uh, what about this aspect that, like you gave 80 tests, so you put on a lot of time. So usually in my classes, I always tell students that you're supposed to go and analyze also after you've given a test. And the problem with most of the students come back with is that they take a lot of time in analysis. They've given the paper and then that processing takes a lot of time. So what is your take on that? That if you've given a paper, so what should the analysis include and how much time or what aspects would you like to consider there?
I think the analysis part is really crucial, because if you do not analyze, then you won't be able to improve your performance as such. So after I used to give any mock paper, what I used to do was that I used to see, acha, these questions I marked wrong, or this question I didn't know at all. So I used to look at the answer key, and I used to read the explanation as well, and whatever I found important, I used to note it down in my notebook, and then I used to revise those parts also regularly. Because if we do not analyze the question paper, it is time consuming, it is really time consuming, but if we do not analyze it, I think it will be more harmful to you.
Okay, so Ria, 80 mock tests. I have to ask you, how did it help for the actual exam? That process of, going through in terms of time management, in terms of the kind of pressure you felt. So how do you think that those mocks helped you in that real exam on the final day?
I think the number of mocks that you give, it really helps in the real exam as well, because even if you give the mock at home, so you give it in a prescribed time frame, so it helps for the real exam. And when you're giving the mocks, you set in your mind the minimum number of questions that you need to attend, so that you get the adequate number of marks to qualify for the prelims. So for example, I had decided that I should attempt at least 65 to 70 questions in the real exam. So I think as many mocks you give, you evaluate your performance, you rectify your mistakes, so it really helps for the real exam.
Yeah, and when you have a strategy in place, so you will also feel less pressure.
Yes.
Because you know what is expected from you and what you are supposed to do. Okay, so you said 70 questions. So how much did you actually attempt on the in prelims?
I think I had attempted 71 or 72 questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we don't have the prelim score as of now,
no,
right?
yet,
Right? We don't have the prelim score, but we know that the cutoff was around 92 in general category. So I think, yes, with your accuracy, so if you were giving 70 questions, how many were correct, like in your mocks?
I'm unable to remember the exact, but I think I used to score maybe in the range of 95 to 110 in the mock papers. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's the range which we actually looking for, and I guess mocks are sometimes a little harder also than the actual exam, so you get through.